Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is Game God Fluent, bringing you episode 2. That's right, episode 2 of a Let's Play that I started sometime last year, I believe, when this game came out at first. I ended up doing just one episode at the time, and always wanted to play more, but I just got distracted with other games at the time. But right now, this game is scheduled in my 3-day block of my gaming schedule that I'm keeping recently. So we're going to have 3 days to play as much of this game as we care to and explore it together, because it's going to be pretty new to me, basically brand new, as new content has been added since then, as well as the DLC. And it's going to be a lot of fun, so I hope you join me for that. But we are playing episode 2 of Let's Play Fabled Lands. This seems like a very cool RPG with a lot of content, a lot of lore, and a lot of reading. We're going to relax and just chill and enjoy the game together. So let's get right into it. If you want to view episode 1 of this, you can. It's in the playlist that this episode is in, and that would be last year's video that I made. But actually, we're going to start fresh, I think, because since it has been, all this content has been added and a new DLC, I think it's best to just start fresh since I only had one episode made. Let's check the options quickly. Font size normal, line height, video and graphics. We have high graphics quality. Large UI is off. Okay. So let's go ahead and click new game and see what happens. Alright. Give your hero a name, change their appearance, and select one of the 6 professions. Gotcha. Alright, so once again we have warrior, mage, priest, rogue, wayfarer, and troubadour. So, let's see what we want to be. Warrior has 6 combat, the mage has 6 magic, priest has 6 sanctity, the gift of divine power and wisdom, magic is the art of casting spells, combat's the skill of fighting, charisma is the knack of befriending people, scouting, the techniques of tracking and wilderness lore, and thievery, the talent for stealth and lockpicking. So we have rogue, which has 6 in thievery, wayfarer, which has 6 in scouting and 5 in combat, 4 in thievery, troubadour, 6 charisma, 4 magic, 4 thievery, 3 combat, 3 sanctity, and 2 scouting. Troubadour's pretty interesting, actually, with those stats. You have the wanderlust and chafes if you have to remain in one place for any length of time. You enjoy the freedom of the open road and the thought that you never know what adventures each new day will bring. You live by your wits and are a familiar figure at tavern firesides, where you regale travelers with your tales. I think I'm actually going to be, though, basically my favorite class, which is a rogue. I like that they have 5 charisma, 4 magic, surprisingly, only 1 sanctity, no divine power and wisdom, and not very good scouting, but great thievery, great charisma, very good combat and magic. So you are a fiercely independent individual who grew up in the back streets of your hometown, forced to flee because you were too active in your chosen profession. You have come to new lands to seek fortune. Devious and resourceful, you can break in almost anywhere. You have heard that the Temple of Sig in Marlock City needs the services of a rogue. So that's where we're headed. We have character's name, Grey Malkin. We'll go ahead and be, how do I change this name? There we go. Okay. So let's go ahead and be Eldazar, which is usually a variation of a name I use. We're male. The different heads, we'll go ahead and be head 1. Swords. Got, we'll go ahead with sword 1. I like those. Prep. I guess this is the belt and stuff. Prep 1. Prep 2. Prep 3. And then we have none. Pet 1, a mouse. Pet 2, a snake. Pet 3, a little lizard. Oh, that's cool. We'll have a little lizard pet. I think we'll go with Prep 1, actually. And starting skills, we have Shadow Dash, which costs 3 action points. Cooldown of 4 turns, range of 4. Rush past your target's defenses in the blink of an eye and backstab them for 80% max weapon damage. Requires Thievery 6 and a Poisonous Vial. 2 action point cost, cooldown of 2 turns, 2 range. We have 4 uses, so I don't know if that's 4 permanent uses. And then each one lasts 3 turns. Poisons one non-adjacent target for the next 3 turns. At the beginning of its turn, the target loses current poison duration, left from stamina, and 1 duration of poison. So I'm not sure how that works exactly, but we'll see. Could be 4 number of uses per combat. Now the difficulty, we're going to go ahead with probably Champion, because this is the classic Fabled Lands gamebook experience. You'll need your luck and wits about you both in and out of combat. And you start as nobody in a harsh world. Champion is a hardcore experience. Remember to manually save your progress or you might lose it. We'll go ahead and be Champion. Warning, Champion mode can be brutal. For your first adventure, you should select the lower difficulty or remember to save often. Gotcha, we'll save often. Iron Man disables manual saving. No, not even going to look at that. Let's go ahead and create and get into it. A lot of content has been added since we last played, so should be a lot of fun. Look at this world map, very cool. Welcome to the Fabled Lands. Read carefully within the text, there could be hints of what perils lie ahead. Gotcha. The approach of dawn has just turned the sky a milky gray-green like jade. The sea is a luminous pane of silver. Holding the tiller of your sailing boat, you keep your gaze fixed on the glittering constellation known as the Spider. It marks the north, and by keeping it to port, you know you are still on course. The sun appears in a trembling burst of red fire at the rim of the world. Slowly the chill of night gives way to brazen warmth. You lick your parched lips. There is a little water sloshing in the bottom of the barrel by your feet, but not enough to see you through another day. Sealed in a scroll case tucked into your jerkin is the parchment map your grandfather gave you on his deathbed. You remember his stirring tales of far-sea voyages, of kingdoms beyond the western horizon, of sorcerous islands and ruined palaces filled with treasure. As a child, you dreamed of nothing else but the magical quests that were in store if you too became an adventurer. You never expected to die in an open boat before your adventures even began. So we'll go ahead and continue. We don't want to skip this. Securing the tiller, you unroll the map and study it again. You hardly need to. Every detail is etched into your memory by now. According to your reckoning, you should have reached the east coast of Harkuna, the great northern continent, days ago. A pasty gray blob splatters onto the map. After a moment of stunned surprise, you look up and curse the seagull circling directly overhead. Then it strikes you. Where there's a seagull, there may be land. You leap to your feet and scan the horizon. Sure enough, a line of white cliffs lie a league to the north. Have you been sailing along the coast all this time without realizing the mainland was so close? Continue. Staring towards the cliffs, you feel the boat judder against rough waves. A howling wind whips plumes of spindrift across the sea. Breakers pound the high cliffs. The tiller is yanked out of your hands. The little boat is spun around, out of control, and goes plunging in towards the coast. You leap at the last second. There's a snap of timber, the roaring crescendo of the waves, and then silence as you go under. Striking out wildly, you try to swim clear of the razor-sharp rocks. For a while, the undertow threatens to drag you down. Then suddenly a wave catches you and flings you contemptuously up onto the beach. It's time to begin your adventure. Battered and bedraggled, you lie gasping for breath until you hear someone walking along the shore towards you. Wary of danger, you lose no time in getting to your feet. Confronting you is an old man clad in a dirty loincloth. His eyes have a feverish, bright look that is suggestive of either a mystic or a madman. Well, 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 what have we here, friends? Asks the old man. He seems to be talking to someone next to him, although you are certain he is alone. Looks like a washed-up adventurer to me, he says in an answer to his own question. All wet and out of luck. He carries on having a conversation that quickly turns into a heated debate. He is clearly quite mad. Excuse me, you shout above the hubbub in an attempt to grab the old man's attention. He stops and stares at you. Is this the Isle of the Druids? You ask impatiently. Indeed it is, says the old man. I see that you are far from a far land, so it's up to me to welcome you to Harkuna. But I think you may have much to do here, and it is written in the stars that someone like you would come. Your destiny awaits you. Follow me, young adventurer. The old man turns smartly about and begins walking up a path towards some hills. You can just see some sort of monolithic stone structure atop one of them. Let's go ahead and scour the remnants washed ashore. You find a small vial holding a reddish concoction. You bless your good fortune when you recognize it is a healing potion. Don't forget to click on the item in the loot chest to transfer it to your inventory. Restores 5 stamina, drink in case of emergency. Boom. Okay, now let's... click the icon at the bottom left of your screen, I or C, to access your inventory. Adventure sheet or... I guess it's adventure sheet. This is your inventory. Every item you pick up is stored in here. Right-click on items in your inventory to find out what you can do with them. Drop or consume. To equip a weapon or armor, right-click on it and select Equip, or drag and drop it on the equipment slot highlighted in blue in your character sheet. Gotcha. So apparently we have a katana, damage 3 to 5, an elegant weapon for an uncivilized age, and we seem to only have it in one hand, and it doesn't affect our picture at all, so good to know. And we're wearing a leather armor, plus 1 defense. It fits like a second skin and offers just as much protection. So you can look at our stats over here, our derived combat stats. We have no blessings, no resurrection arrangements, no curses or diseases, no titles or honor, and no bulk mastery circles. 3% critical hit chance, damage 3 to 5. Alright, 6 action points, 9 stamina. We'll go over this. We can go over it now, I guess. Offense, 6 to 16. The chance of hitting an enemy with your currently equipped weapon. Defense is 5. Your ability to evade non-magical attacks. 9 out of 9 stamina. How much damage you can take before you die. Action points determines how many actions you can make in one turn during combat. Damage you inflict upon successfully hitting an enemy. The chance to automatically land a successful hit and inflict maximum damage when attacking an enemy. Critical hit. No chance to block. The chance to negate an enemy's entire attack damage on a successful hit. So that's that. So we've got a healing potion. Let's go ahead and get back to it. Follow the old man. During your short trip upward, the old man regales you with tales of your destiny and fate, continuously arguing with himself as he does so. Make a move. Exploration. Click on any of the available map locations in order to move your character. Gotcha. We'll go ahead and head to the Obsidian Stones, which is our only location available right now. You reach a hill covered with a circle of large obsidian standing stones. Despite the bitter wind that blows across these hills, the stones are unweathered and seem almost newly lain. Here are the gates of the world, says the mad old man. The stones are laid in such a way that they form 3 archways, each carven with mystic symbols and runes of power. Each gate will take you to a part of the world of Harkuna, though I know not where, explains the old man. Abruptly, he turns around and sets off down the hill, babbling to himself. His voice fades as he descends the hill, leaving you alone with the brooding stones and the howling wind. There are 3 stone gates engraved with ancient runes. Each gate is marked with a name: Yellowport, Marlock City, and Wishport. From here you can see the coast and the whole island, which is heavily forested. So rather than step through one of the archways right now, we'd go to Marlock City looking for the Temple of Sig. Let's explore the island further. You decide to explore the island further and ponder where to go next. You have a clear view from the top of the hill of the northern parts of the island, and you notice a previously unknown to you road that snakes across along the cliff tops. Make a move. You can drag the camera with your left mouse button or zoom in or out with your mouse wheel to look around. Looks like this is the most we can zoom out. And I don't know if we're getting 60 FPS at this point, but let's go ahead and quickly save the campaign. New save. Can I type in here? Enter in game. Okay. We'll go LP2. Very good. And we can delete these. And let's also quick save F5. Remember that F5 quick saves. So now we can go a few places. We can go to the forest. Can I right click? No. The coastline, the trading post, or the coastal road. So let's go to the coastal road. You are on the coastal road that snakes along the windswept cliff tops in the north of the Isle of Druids. Okay. Do we roll the dice right now? Oh, right, okay. We have no luck blessings to use. If we score 2 to 5, we're attacked by highwaymen. 6 to 8, we meet a militia patrol. 9 to 12, attacked by a werebore. So I guess we would roll the dice. It's an 8, we meet a militia patrol. Alright. These militiamen are employed by the mercantile guilds of Marlock City and Yellowport to keep the roads safe. If you're worried about thieves, you should invest in a townhouse and leave some of your money at home, advises the militia sergeant. Or better still, invest at the Merchants Guild, suggests the captain. Anyways, if misfortune strikes, you are left without any weapon or armor and you are completely broke. Find us and we will aid you. Make a move. Okay. You can recap all tutorial messages by viewing the tutorial log, which is here. Okay. Objectives log. Okay, we won't get into that. Alright, so from here, I guess we can go to the trading post. We have 16 shards. While in town, you can click on the icons to visit different locations such as temples, the local inn, the harbor, etc. Click on the chest icon to buy a house or access your personal storage once you own a house. That'd be there. The trading post is a small village set up here by enterprising settlers from the mainland. Its main export appears to be furs from the forest. The mayor, a fat, genial fellow who greets you personally, insists that one day the trading post will be a thriving town. There is not a lot here yet, however, a small market, a quay, the settlers' houses, and a shrine to Lacuna the Huntress, goddess of nature. So we can explore. We can go to the quayside. The quayside at the trading post is a simple affair without the harbor facilities or the shipwrights of the larger ports. There are no ships available to buy here, but if you already own a ship, you can buy and sell cargo. Okay, ships. Cargo. Crew. We have none of that. How about the temple? You want to see how the divine is represented in this settlement? Let's visit the shrine to Lacuna. The shrine is set in a wooded grove, birds twitter in the trees, and a deer darts away into the forest as you approach. A priestess is tending to a low altar, where food and drink has been laid out in honor of Lacuna, the goddess of the wilderness. She is the patron of hunters, trappers, woodsmen, and all those who seek oneness with nature. Talk to the priestess. The priestess, dressed in silken robes and wearing a wreath of oak leaves, says, "I have need of an adventurer like yourself. For arcane reasons involving the secret mysteries of Lacuna, I need the tusk of a boar, a wereboar in fact. Hunt down one and bring me its tusk. In return, I will teach you how to be a better scout." Yeah, we can accept the mission. You accept the priestess's mission. New information was added to your log. Click the quest log button at the bottom of the screen to access it. You accept the priestess's mission. Seek a blessing. If you are an initiate, it only costs 10 shards to purchase Lacuna's Blessing. A non-initiate must pay 25 shards. The Scouting Blessing works by allowing you to try again when you fail a Scouting ability check. It is good for only one reroll. You can only have one Scouting Blessing at any one time. Once it is used up, you can return to any branch of the Temple of Lacuna to buy a new one. So, I don't know if we become an initiate, if that's going to be like the end-all of our ability to worship a god in this game, so I don't know. I don't think I want to become an initiate just yet. Leave the temple. Got the inn. The Green Man Inn costs you 1 shard each day. Each day you spend here, you can recover 1 stamina point if injured, up to the limit of your normal unwounded stamina score. Go back. The market. Okay, so searching to buy. Okay, he's got some stuff for sale, but nothing we can really afford with 16 shards. Can't even afford a rope. He'll give us 10 shards for the healing potion, but that doesn't help much. Alrighty. Then we've got the house stash. You found an abandoned house, which you claim as your own. Wow. When back in town view, click on the chest icon to access your new personal storage. Note that any items or shards that you store here are accessible from any house you may obtain. Achievement unlocked. Home is where you hang your armor. Move items between your inventory and your house stash by dragging them, click and hold, or by pressing Control plus left click. Store items or money in here for safekeeping. Gotcha. Nothing really to store right now. We'll keep our money on us for now. Let's explore. Wandering around the tiny settlement is uneventful. There is nothing much for you to see. Return to town. Does that change at all? No. Alright, so that's town. Let's go ahead and leave and quick save with F5. Alright, let's head to the forest. Well, the werebore was up here on the coastal road, but we can try that quick. See if we can get into a combat or something. We need to roll a 9 to 12. Oh, we roll it. An 11, attacked by a werebore. Let's see if we can handle it. A werebore in ornate armor comes thundering out of the undergrowth near the road with a raised spear. There is no chance of retreat or surrender in this battle. Fight. And we'll check out combat. Alright. Wow. Combat plays out in rounds, with each combatant taking their own turn. Everything you do costs action points. The order of portraits at the top of the screen, from left to right, determines in what order combatants take turns. Left click on a ground hex to move once an enemy is in range, indicated in red. Left click on it to attack. Remember to keep an eye on your action points at the bar at the top left. And end your turn by pressing N or clicking the End Turn button at the top. Alright, now can I right click him or... Okay, let's see what we've got. We've got attack. We've got defend, gaining +2 points to defense till the start of your next turn. Disengage, so that movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks for the rest of the turn. Use an item. Swap weapons. Shadow dash. And poisonous vial. Alright, so I think I'm going to... Oh, there's a puddle. Very slippery puddle of water. Costs 3 action points to cross. Rocks. Let's go ahead and move here and just end turn for now. You can also use special actions from the action bar. Click on a skill icon to start casting. If the skill is not instantly casted, you can cancel it by right clicking. Let's see if we can throw a poisonous vial. Not yet. I'm gonna go stand on the rocks, I think. One range. No, we'll just end turn. Well, yeah, let's stand on the rocks and end turn. Oh, he went right over the rocks, okay. This costs 2 action points to throw a vial. and 3 for Shadow Dash. Throw Poisonous Vial. Werebear is poisoned. And let's go ahead and Shadow Dash to backstab. Alright, I don't know how damaged it is. Oh, he's 4 out of 8 stamina. And at the beginning of the turn, the target loses current duration left from stamina and 1 of duration of poison. And then from here, we can do nothing. We only have 1 action point. So we'll go ahead and end turn. He hit us for 2. Can I expand this? Alright, let's go ahead and attack for 4 action points. He has 1 stamina left. Oh, missed. Rolled a 4, needed a 6. We can disengage to... No, we can't. We don't have any action points. Wow, I clicked it and it worked anyway for some reason. End turn. Oh, he died from the poison. Lovely. Victory. The creature's armor is too heavy to suit you, but you can take a hunting spear and a boar's tusk. Grab your acquisitions and continue onward. We've got a spear. Very cool. Very cool. Keep your enemies close, but not that close. It's got a range of 2. And the Wereboar Tusk, highly sought after ingredient in a druidic recipe for potions of potency. So that went well. We'll go ahead and head back to the trading post in the temple and report our success. Little exclamation point by it. Shrine of Lacuna. Talk to the priestess. The priestess, who is wearing the skin of a wolf and is covered in red paint, welcomes you gleefully. At last, the tusk of a wereboar. Now the ceremony can go ahead. The priestess rewards you with knowledge. You gain 1 scouting permanently. Pretty cool. Can we seek a blessing? Okay, it's still too many shards. Oh, we never checked the Temple of Nagil. Nagil is the lord of the lands of the dead, and his temple in the trading post is covered in friezes and gargoyles of ornate design, depicting the souls of the dead and their journey to the underworld. Inside it is cool and dark, hung with black velvet drapes. A scroll tacked to the wall reads, "Wanted, person of unusual resourcefulness, see temple warden." Let's visit the warden. The warden is in charge of security. "We have had an unfortunate, accident," he says worriedly. "In the crypt below the temple, we sometimes experiment with the corpses of the dead. You know, the occasional zombie, part of the rituals in honor of the particular aspect of Nagil we revere here. Seems a ghoul has escaped from these pits and is terrorizing the villagers at night. We'd rather someone like you sorted the problem out before the militia got to hear of it. Destroy it and bring me the ghoul's head." Alright, we'll accept the mission. You take up the mission. "Search for it at night," says the warden as you leave. Make resurrection arrangements. Resurrection costs 200 shards if you're initiate, 600 shards if not. It is the last word in insurance. Once you have arranged for resurrection, you need not fear death, as you'll be magically restored to life here at the temple. You can only have 1 resurrection arranged at any one time. If you arrange resurrection later at a different temple, the original one is cancelled, and you don't get a refund. Let's leave the temple. Alright, so we'd have to explore. We only have 7 out of 9 health. How much to stay at the inn? 1 shard a day to recover stamina. We'll spend 2 shards and rest until fully healed. Alright, now we can explore. You set out that night on your quest to find the ghoul. Roll 2 dice and end your score in the given ability. To succeed in the task, you must get higher than the difficulty. Gotcha. Alright, so our magic, difficulty's 10. Our magic gives us a 4 bonus. Odds of success are basically a coin flip, 58%. We're rolling magic, so let's roll it. We need a 10. We get an 8 plus 4. It's successful. Successful magic roll. Your arcane knowledge tells you much about the undead. Ghouls are known to eat the flesh of the dead as well as the living. They like to make their homes in crypts and graveyards, and they never venture out during the day, as sunlight burns their pallid undead flesh. Also, they cannot abide a power of salt and iron filings mixed together. You can purchase these ingredients for 15 shards at any market stall. Well, we don't have 15, so proceed without them. When you are ready, you set off to search the cemetery near the trading post. Now we need a scouting roll. We have 3, and we need to roll a 9. 5 plus 3 is an 8. We failed. You hear rumors of doing the rounds in the taverns. The trail of gruesome murders and tales of terror leads you to an old cemetery in a near-deserted part of the old quarter. It is early morning, only an hour or so before dawn, so you have almost no time before the ghoul goes into hiding. You thread your way through the pitted tombstone and brooding crypts of the cemetery under a pale moon that bathes the graveyard in a sickly pallid light. Suddenly a foul stench fills your nostrils, and a figure rises up out of the shadows. Yellow eyes glow with feral bloodlust, and the creature sinks its black teeth into your arm before you can react. In general, diseases can be cured at the Temple of Maka, while curses can be removed at the Tower of Bakan. However, you can discover more efficient ways to do it. We lose 4 stamina, been infected with ghoul bite. Until you find a cure, you have 1 point subtracted from your sanctity, combat, and charisma abilities. The ghoul, a rotting walking corpse, lunges for you again. Fight it, I guess. A desperate battle ensues. So actually... Wow, he's got 15 stamina. This is crazy. And we have 5. I might want to drink a potion. Let's back up 1. Let him come. And turn again. I'm going to try to poison him. I don't know if poison will work against him. Now, how many turns do we... Yeah, we have 4 uses again. Alright, he's got poison. And after that, we can go ahead and Shadow Dash. And he's down to 11. And we can go ahead and maybe... Well, we'll save that. Let's see how the turn goes. He does 3. And we're down to 2 stamina. He's down to 8. We will go ahead and drink the potion. And then attack. 83% hit chance. We do 4 damage. So far so good, I guess. End turn. He does 3. Now it's down to the nitty gritty. He's got 2 stamina. Oh, did we miss? Yep, missed. We can disengage, I guess, but... In turn, we're down to 1 stamina, so it's now or never. We have an 83% chance to hit. Got him. Victory. But we ended up with a disease. Quest log updated. Since you're already suffering from ghoul bite, there are no further effects. In any case, you hack off the hideous head and leave. Its jaws still twitch unnervingly from time to time. Return to town. Return to the temple. Visit the warden. "You did it!" exclaims the warden happily, taking the ghoul's head and placing it in a jar. "It's time for a reward. You can choose only one of these 3 rewards. An amber wand plus 1 magic, 500 shards, or a free resurrection deal. I think I'll take 500 shards. The priest looks you over. "I'm afraid we have no one skilled enough to cure you. However, I believe the Temple of Maka in Yellowport might be able to help, and the holy waters at Blessed Springs are known to be efficacious in this kind of case." Okay, do we need to write that down? Because... So Yellowport, Temple of Maka, Blessed Springs. Let's go to the inn. I guess we're going to rest 8 days until fully healed. Very good. We can hit the market next episode because I think this is probably gonna do it. But let's check our quest logs. Okay, these are done. So we'll just have to remember to go to Yellowport, basically. Click on the compass button on the mini-map in the top right corner of the screen to open your world map. Important quest destinations will be marked on this map. Wow. Oh my gosh. Huge world, it looks like. Alright, so where are we, actually? Carapace. Shoals. Where's the Isle of Druids? There it is. We're on this little tiny island. So there's big old continents to explore. This is going to be fun. We'll probably head to Yellowport and either towards the Blessed Springs or the Temple of Maka next time. Wow. This looks awesome. I love it. Cool. So right now, though, we want a quick save. I guess I'm going to live with the consequence of getting the disease. We're 36 minutes in, so not a ton of time left. Let's check the coastline. You make your way around the coast. The interior of the island appears to be heavily forested. After a while, however, you come to a bay in which a couple of ships are anchored. A small settlement nestles on the beach. Next area to go would be the forest. Or actually, let's head back to the trading post and check out the market. We can pretty much buy some upgrades here if there's anything we need. Crossbow would be cool. Requires bolts to shoot. Can take a head off from 50 paces or an apple off it if your aim is bad. Sling, a compass trinket which costs 500. You'll never lose your way provided your way only goes north. A lantern. No evil shall escape your sight. Rope, the best friend of adventurers and hangmen alike. A mandolin. Charisma +1. Uncommon rarity. Depending on your skill, it can gain you new friends or new bruises. Bolts, a sling weapon with a range of 3, damage 1 to 3. It's open season on giants, requires bullets to shoot. Sling bullets. Without a sling, it's just a dead weight. With one, your enemy is. We could definitely use a short bow. How much for the spear? 40? What's this katana do? 3 to 5, 4 extra point cost. An elegant weapon for an uncivilized age. Okay. It's one or the other. I'm probably going to keep the katana, although the range of 2 of the spear is very zesty. But this lets us backstab, basically. I don't know if we can backstab with a spear, like use that combat ability. And we do have leather armor, okay. So I don't know if there's a whole lot to buy here. This has a range of 4, the sling has 3, short bow has 5 range. So let's go ahead and buy the short bow, I think. For 50 shards. Yes. And bolt ammunition, they're 2 apiece. We can only buy 10. Looks like we can just buy 10, so we'll buy them. We'll go ahead and sell the spear. So we have 476 shards. Can we buy another 10 bolts? Apparently so. But they come in stacks of 10. Wait, why am I buying bolts? Oh boy. Just lost some money there. Let's buy arrows. Yikes. Let's go to the adventure sheet. Let's equip the short bow and 10 arrows. Backpack looks pretty small, actually, so we have to be careful. That should be good. 20 arrows. I'll use them sparingly. These are odd onyx coins called mithrils used by some of the fairy folk, and shards are the standard currency in the Fabled lands. Alright guys, this was very cool. We're going to have a lot of fun with this, for sure. I want to invite you. Over the next 3 days, I'm going to be playing this and checking it out and adventuring with you guys. So if you'd like to join me, come on along, and we'll have a lot of fun together. And then after 3 days, we move on to a different game, but I'm actually starting a day early. This is normally my rest day where I just play whatever I want and start some new Let's Tries or play some Let's Tries and stuff like that, but we're starting a little early. I was excited, just like I started Gordian Quest last time, a bit early. So, yeah. Hope you guys will join me. We're going to have fun. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Next time, we'll stock up more on some of these trinkets and items we may need and continue to explore the island. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys very much. Much love, peace, and joy. And until next time, guys, I hope to see you guys then. Bye-bye.